There are two kinds of meetings managers should have with their reports on a regular basis. One of them they do. The other one, in my work, I've found they don't. And that's the one that's crucial to retaining employees long term and showing them that you're invested in their career success. I'll walk you through this process in this video. There are two kinds of meetings that managers should be having regularly with their people. One of them is one you're very familiar with, and that's the one-on-one project meeting. Talk about projects, what's happening with the project, where are you on the timeline, what resources do you need that I can help with, what challenges are you facing that I might be able to talk through with you and come up with a solution, hopefully a coaching conversation. Those meetings are frequent and help your people to stay on track and achieve the projects on time and hopefully under budget. This might happen one-on-one or it might happen in a group setting. I don't find that the managers and leaders I work with have any issues running that meeting, unless they spend too much time focused on information that could be easily shared on a dashboard, a project dashboard, or in a brief email with the stoplight process. Green, projects on track. Yellow, there are some issues. Here are those issues. Red, projects in trouble, and this is why. Updates like that could be done over email or on a project dashboard, and then when the meeting comes together, one-on-one or with a group, you can have more constructive conversation around what these projects make possible or how to deal with the challenges using a creative discovery process to find solutions. So you're good with that meeting, right? Here's the meeting that you're probably not having, at least from my experience. It's the career conversation. I recently met with one of my leaders that I'm coaching, and I asked, how often do you have career conversations with your directs? What is that? It's the meeting where you talk about how are you enjoying your work? Are you finding it challenging? Do you feel that it is presenting you with opportunities for growth in your skills, your talent, your abilities, and your contribution to the organization? Do you feel like your career is on a good trajectory in the organization? These conversations often only happen during review time. That's what my client said. While they do have those conversations, generally once or twice a year. Do you think that's often enough for your people to feel that you're invested in their career success? My answer is no. I believe that people would actually like to have that kind of conversation somewhere between once a month and at least once a quarter. Even once a quarter might not be enough, whereas with some of your people, once a month might feel like too often because you're really well connected, you know where they are, you know what they're looking for. You regularly have conversations around projects and why this project is ideal or not as ideal, the type of work that they want, the projects they're looking for. Those conversations contribute to the career conversation. So if you're having those as part of the regular work week, then you might not need to have the career conversation once a month. However, how about the situation where you have new people on the team? With new people, you want to make sure that their first 90 days are really successful. They're doing the same thing. They're trying to make sure their first 90 days are successful and productive in putting on a good impression for those around them, including you, their leader. But what about you? You want to make a good impression on them as well to help retain them past that crucial 90-day period, where then they feel more connected to the company and more likely to stay. The career conversation held once a month for about 30 minutes can help these newer team members feel that you are seeing them as long-term employees, right? It sends that message. I care about how you're fitting in and how you're seeing yourself as part of the team and as part of the greater organization. And I want to know what I can do to ensure that your next 30 days goes even better than this 30, and so on and so on. So consider this meeting as part of your regular cadence. Chances are that you used to think, I could put the project meeting and the career conversation together in one meeting. But what happens with that formula is usually the project conversation takes up all the time, and then there's no time left to have the career conversation. That's not something you usually squeeze into just 10 minutes left in the meeting. So how are you feeling? How are things going? Oh, things are going great. I'm happy. All right, good. Well, see you next week. That's what often happens when you try and tuck it into the project conversation. Schedule it as a separate meeting. Let your team member know that this is specifically about your career and your job and understanding how you're feeling about it. Not because there's any trouble, it's because I'm interested and curious and want to support you in your work here. They'll appreciate it, and so will you when you have these meetings regularly. I hope this helps you to be a more effective and successful leader for your team. If you'd like to learn more about my coaching services, please visit my website, bayareaexecutivecoach.com. And if this video has been helpful for you, please share it with someone else who could benefit, a fellow leader who's not having this type of meeting regularly with their team members. Please like it, comment on it if you have questions around the process, or you'd like to reinforce the fact that you're doing this, and subscribe to the channel for more videos coming up in the future. Thank you very much.